We have a big minor league baseball, Hoosier baseball action tonight. We have 4 Hoosier baseball alumni playing tonight in 3 different minor league baseball games. First off, Micah Johnson coming off a big 3-hit night last night for the Durham Bulls. He's going to be playing in Game 3 of his series. It's a best of 5. AAA plays the best of 5 series. So it's a big game. So you can take the 2-1 lead. And we also have Logan Sowers and Jonathan Stever. Their Great Falls Voyagers team, they're going to be starting their series. It's a best of 3. And Game 1 is tonight on the road. They have the next 2 at home, the Game 3s if necessary. And Sowers has been starting all season, so I'm sure he'll be in the lineup. And Stever will pitch at some point, I'm sure, in the series. Looks like he's been going 3 innings max most of the year. I don't know if he's on a pitch count or an innings limit or something. But hopefully he can get some of that postseason experience also. Finally, Craig Didolo. His Kannapolis Intimidators, they're in the Game 2. Okay, they did lose Game 1 of their best of 3 at home. So now they have to win the next 2 on the road to advance. Didolo was part of a rally in the bottom of the 8th. In Game 1, he had a big 2-out walk to extend the inning, but they couldn't get that run in. And then in the 9th, they gave up the lead and they eventually lost. But 4 Hoosier baseball alumni tonight and through the weekend. So as long as they keep winning these games, obviously these series will extend. And who knows, man? More experience, the better for these guys. I think it's real good. Another update as far as the game at Bosse Field, we now have ticket sale date. That's Monday, September 10th. $10 for adult tickets, $5 for kids. All the money going to the Friedrichs Ectasia Foundation. So it's all for a good cause. You can call the IU number, 1-866-IU-SPORTS, on Monday morning to get your tickets. There seems to be a lot of interest in this game, especially in southern Indiana. So get them early. Let's get some Hoosier baseball fans in that stadium. Bosse Field, 3rd oldest professional baseball park. The only one behind Wrigley and Fenway. So that's pretty cool. It's going to be a great environment, I'm sure. Let's get some IU fans in there. And, of course, the money for the good cause. We do not have a time yet for the Louisville Fall Bowl road game. Because the Florida State football game hasn't been announced yet. The Seminoles are coming to Louisville to play the football game that day. I'm thinking it's going to be that night. We'll probably have about a 1 o'clock first pitch, maybe even 12 noon. And that's the September 29th. It's a Saturday. And the Bosse Field game is also a Saturday, but that's October 20th. So that's the fall ball action that we have. We also got another date for the 2019 schedule. Purdue put their season schedule out already. And there was one game, only one game this year in 2019. No series. It's a midweek game at the Bart on April 10th. So I'm sure that's going to be a big one. With only one, too. Only one game. I have a feeling that the rivalry comes down to one night. It's going to be a big one. Should be a fun night at the Bart. We also had 2 recruits, verbal commits, that were mentioned since we last gave an update. And we have, let me just make sure I get him right, Nate Stahl. He's a 6'3", right-handed pitcher, third baseman out of Ohio. He is actually part of Jeff Mercer's first recruiting class at Wright State, and now part of his first recruiting class here at IU. So Nate Stahl has obviously decommitted from Wright State and now committed to Hoosier baseball. So that should be some good stuff. I looked into him a little bit. He seems like a real smart player up at the plate. A lot of deep at-bats. He hit .333 as a freshman on varsity. He started for varsity, it seems like, so that's some good stuff. A lot of deep at-bats. They have something where if it's a 10-pitch at-bat on his high school team, you get a steak sandwich, and his first at-bat was a 12-pitch at-bat as a freshman. So that was a cool story to see. We also have, John Mcdonald. He is a 6'6" righty at a Don Bosco Prep out of New Jersey. Real intimidating presence on the mound, it seems like. He's closing for that team as a junior. Now, both these kids are going to be seniors. They're seniors now, so the 2019 commits. And for Mcdonald to be closing as a junior on that team is a good sign, because Don Bosco Prep is always nationally ranked. I think they're top 25 this year as far as high school teams. And, he's got another year to mature. He was throwing 88 last year, so who knows, 90, 92 coming into the fall ball of the following season. That'd be some good stuff. But we'll see, These guys are just 1 year away. They add to the 2019 class. There hasn't been any news about scrimmages or anything yet. I'm sure we'll hear that soon. You know, maybe some Hoosier versus Hoosier scrimmages we can attend at the bar. We'll get some info on that soon. We'll send it out. And as far as those minor league games we talked about, usually for the minor league game pass, you know, you have to pay, there's a fee. But they've been releasing the play-by-play radio calls out for no fee. And we'll be sending those out through the Twitter account at IUBase17 or putting a post maybe on IUBase.com. We'll list them all together. We'll get the info out. But follow the Hoosiers Alumni, man. This is good stuff that we have all these guys in the playoffs. As far as Major League alumni, Josh Fegley and Kyle Schwarber, both of their teams are in the playoffs if the season ended today. And now we add Sam Travis to that list because he's been called up to the Boston Red Sox, who are also in the playoffs if the season ended today. They would be the 1 seed in the American League. Fegley's A's are a wild card, and then obviously Schwarber's Cubs are leading the Central. So it could be some good IU-based playoff watching for the majors as well. I think that'll be it. It's about all the highlights we got. Go Hoosiers.